welcome back. Let's take a look at Chainlink versus the Bitcoin dollars and versus the dollar coin Bitcoins. Both of these are coming up in a minute or two. So we did the sort of low time frame chat yesterday. We were looking at this and how it could have all panned out. Let's go down to the 1 hour so we can kind of fit things in. We had a rising wedge here that was actually broken towards the top side. So maybe it never was a rising wedge. Maybe it was always a symmetrical triangle. Oh gosh, or an ascending triangle. Sorry, it was an ascending triangle. This is why it broke towards the top side. It actually does look better as an ascending triangle. Probably should have gone for that in yesterday's episode. Regardless, we made it up here. And where did we get it to? 44,000, 45,000. 45,000. Nice one. And we're finding resistance in here at the 50% retrace line. That's natural, I suppose. There's also at the 236 here. If we get above that when we're undoing that one, we've already hit all of the targets that you would want to off the back of it, having come down in the goldie pockety zone. So we've got this upward trend here in the 1 hour time frame, going up and up and up and up. The highs, higher highs, all that's fine. That's not divergent. The lows here are continue to go up. There was the occasional touch, was there, there was hidden bullish divergence just here, for instance. Should have called this an ascending triangle, would have been better. And that have we got a bit of potential for head and shoulders here on the RSI? We do, just watch out here. It's a shoulder, a head, a shoulder. Kind of keep an eye out for that sort of thing. We do have a slight downward slope here on the stochastics, but that chimes well enough with the prices at the minute and the RSI as well. Finding ourselves in yet another sort of small term time frame pattern there. But let's go back up to the big time frames, because we're not all about the small ones here on the channel really, and take a look at the bigger picture and say, well, hey, look, there's this inflection point off to the side at 44,500. We need to be getting up above that. Let's go up to the 2-day time frame and see how things are going there. Oh, still got that pen. Sorry about that. So we're making it above the 236 yet, not quite 50%. Of course, we know that, but looking here, you can see this would be a nice turnaround for it if it were to actually make opens and closes above the 45,000. Then we could maybe then continue to look towards certain aspects of things as having been positive rather than negative. For instance, the 42,000 area that we came in for the closes at recently would be higher than that as part of this overall upward higher highs and higher lows, which means the next target's in mind up towards 46,000. 47,000, and indeed where this 618 Fibonacci retracement is area here. So that will be the next area for us to look out for there. Let's go over to the dollar prices and see that we've managed to make it. We've got supported by this white line. We've managed to make it back up into that zone there. That's good. Currently right there being resisted by the 21. Of course, we know that there's these lines in here, the 2786s to be aware of. Big difficult questions to be asked there, and of course at the 886 thereafter. But that would be the price targets for us. We're right at that 420 blaze area where you've got the 10 and simple coming in. Let's go down the time frames again, just down them and see how we're handling the 21 EMA. That's below us here, and right where the 10 simple is, right outside of this area, giving us a bit of support on the extreme edge there. Same with the down the time frames out to the 12 hours. We've got the 21 just below a similar place. We've got a whole confluence of moving averages just below us in this area here. I would like, therefore, as we see this all shaping up, I would like this to be a continuation of this upward trend overall. We don't have the divergence between the high compared to the previous highs there really that you'd be looking for if you wanted to be bearish on it, which is good to see from the bullish case scenario. We have potential for sort of hidden bullish divergence. A wee bit of hidden bullish divergence here in the stochastics and the RSI here. That's also good. We're above key areas of resistance. That's good. So we really do need to look at this sort of how we're going to handle this little inflection that we're having at this moment in time just now, and whether or not we'll get more continuation towards the top side just as part of this overall kind of high, this low and then this high, and can we get in a higher low thereafter and manage to maintain all those areas of support that we're looking at and move towards the top side in terms of sort of the lower time frames. This trend, looking at this here and here where we had a bit of bullish divergence on the 4 hour time frame between the last two lows, so resulted in us coming up here and being higher than our previous areas just there. So overall that's good. A higher low as well, that's not divergent. So let's just see, overall things are looking fairly good for this one at the meantime, but we do know of course, finishing off again in the 24-hour time frame. You know that we're coming up here. This is a higher than this previous high, but of course we could come in for a lower low or a higher low. Could be anywhere down to all these areas down there, so we don't need to get too carried away. And in terms of the Bitcoin pricing, you can see that there was this inflection area, the 50% and 236. You know, having not made it up above those areas quite yet, and not quite at the 420 Blaze area quite yet, means we're not quite there, but we're almost there, and that we could maybe be looking towards some good stuff. As you can see, in terms of being not quite there but almost there, the stochastics are giving us a taste of that, you know, kind of straddling that neutral line for us just now. The RSI giving us a sort of taste of it, which is just getting above the EMA here, but within the greater context of this falling wedge, you know, still in general. That's going to do us for Link. I hope you enjoy the episode. Thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you in the next one. Do these every day. I've been Rocky Outcrop, your friend, your host, your pal, your hosty pal, and I hope you hit subscribe because, you know, I want you coming back for more of this. Of course I do. So great. Thanks so much for tuning in.